They thought they were trending. They thought they stood out amongst other women, but they never know they were selling their soul to the devil because of the green wig. The Green Wig Salon sat on a busy street in Surulere, Lagos. The sign was shiny, the doors were glass, and the smell of hair cream and coconut oil greeted everyone who passed. People had said if you wore a green wig from this salon, your life would change. You would become beautiful, get a better job, even receive marriage proposals. The salon's TikTok page had millions of views. Their videos showed glowing transformations, dancing stylists, and brides crying with joy. The comments were full of God when and drop location. But not everyone believed. Some people whispered, why did they only sell one special green wig every Friday? Why does the salon close early on Friday evenings? The whispers were quiet, but they were there, like the sound of slippers on tiled floor. Still, customers lined up every morning. Lagos girls took selfie at the mirror with neon letters. Good hair, good life. If you listened carefully, by the chef of green wig, you could swear you heard breathing. Or maybe it was just the AC. Before the fame, before the TikTok dances, Mama Kemi was just Kemi from Iyanokpaja, a young mother who could braid hair fast and neat. She worked from a small kiosk with a plastic chair, a table fan, and one mirror with cracked edges. She was kind, funny, and always humming old school songs. Customers liked her spirit, but Lagos was hard. Her kiosk rent went up, her child fell sick, and the money she is making from her salon could not stretch one night. Crying under a flickering bulb, she said, if only help will come. Help came, but not the way she expected. An old woman with a green hair tie visited at sunset and spoke softly. There is a way. Your hands will be blessed. Your name will be known. But blessings have a cost. She gave Kemi a small green comb and told her to meet the helper by the lagoon near Million Bridge. Exactly at midnight. Kemi went shaking but desperate. The water was still. A wind moved. A voice rose from the dark. Give me one soul each week, and I will give you power, fame, and money. Your wig will be vessels. You will never lack. Kemi looked at the city light and thought of her child. Then she whispered, yes. Tolu was a 21 years old girl, sharp and always smiling, even when things were tough. She lived with her auntie in Mushi and had been looking for work for months. One hot morning, she ironed her only white shirt and told herself, today I will not come back without a job. She walked from shop to shop, dropping her small CV, greeting everyone with a polite good morning. By afternoon, sweat had ruined her edges, but she kept going. When she reached the Green Wig Hair Salon, the cool air and sweet smell almost made her cry from relief. At the reception, a pretty stylist with butterfly lashes asked, you get experience? Tolu nodded quickly. I braid fast. I wash hair well. I can do TikTok transition. The stylist laughed and called out, Mama! Mama Kemi came out, with her rich perfume following her like a shadow. Her smile was bright, her wrapper was green and gold. She looked at Tolu, up and down. You can start today, she said. We love energy here, but one rule. On Fridays, do not touch the green wig unless I am there. Tolu wanted to ask why, but she just said, yes, ma. Across town in Yaba, Ngozi, a young journalist with sharp eyes and a sharper pen, watched the green wig hair salon TikTok. The video were too perfect. The comments were too dramatic. And every few weeks, there were strange posts about someone who left the city after visiting Green Wig Salon. Ngozi's boss wanted a click. Do a fun piece on Lagos beauty trends, he said. Ngozi wanted truth. She brought a tiny hidden camera and booked an appointment for Friday evening. The same time, the salon always felt different. Ngozi loved her work but hated lies. She planned her questions and practiced her smile in the mirror. I will go in like a normal customer, she told herself in a soft voice, friendly eyes, but mind sharp. She charged her camera, put it inside a small brooch, and wrote the title in her note app. The Green Wig Salon that changes lives or ends them. Then she added a prayer. Lagos story could be sweet and bitter at the same time. Friday came fast. The salon was full. Music was soft and the ring light was bright. Customers did TikTok dances while waiting. Tolu was busy washing hairs and passing small snacks. Every time she walked near the shelf of green wig, a strange cold touches her skin. She will laugh it off and say, "This AC is too strong, Jare." But the smell was odd, like fresh perfume mixed with something old and sacred. By evening, a customer named Amaka came for the special green wig. She was excited. "My wedding is next month," she said. "I just need small luck." Mama Kemi measured her head and placed the green wig on her head. For a moment, Amaka's eyes went blank. Then bright again. Everyone clapped. They filmed a TikTok video. Amaka before and after. Trending music. Captions flying. But when Tolu returned from throwing away hair pieces, Amaka was gone. "Where is the bride?" she asked. A stylist struggled. She paid and left. Tolu checked the streets. The night was quiet. The green wig chef looked heavier, like it had just eaten. The next morning, the green wig TikTok page exploded. The video of Amaka's transformation crossed 1.5 million views in hours. Comments like, "I need this green wig," "I got promotion after mine," "Marriage proposal everywhere," was all over the comment section. The saloon phone rang non-stop. Dancers came into the saloon to film a TikTok transition. A comedian did a skit. Before green wig, nobody. After green wig, billionaire husband. The saloon stylist and everyone in the saloon laughed at the comment. Tolu tried to laugh too. But Tolu noticed something else. Every Friday night, one green wig left the shelf. By Saturday morning, the shelf had a new wig. It looked fresh, almost alive, and the wig smelled faintly of perfume and fear. The same smell she felt in her nose when Amaka disappeared. Tolu told herself not to think too much. "Just work," she said to herself. "Keep the job." Still, when she walked home by a small roadside shop and suya smoke, she whispered, "God abeg, no problems." Ngozi walked into the salon on Friday evening wearing a simple dress and a calm smile. "I saw your TikTok post," she said. "I want to glow too." Her hidden camera was recording, but her heart was beating fast. Tolu welcomed her with a warm smile and asked soft question, making it feel normal. Mama Kemi stepped out with her queen smile. "You are very beautiful already," she said. "This will only bring out what is inside." They mentioned, talked, and laughed. Ngozi reached for the green wig, and the room felt colder. Tolu's hand shook as she passed a comb. The mirror showed three women, one glowing mother of the salon, one curious journalist, and one young stylist with eyes full of worry. When the wig touched Ngozi's head, the air pressed down like a secret. For 1 second, Ngozi saw something in the mirror. A dark wave, a face in the glass, lips whispering underwater. She blanked hard. Nice, she said. Very nice. Then she excused herself to the restroom and called her friend in a very low tone. If I don't call you by midnight, test me. After the fitting, Tolu found Ngozi near the water dispenser and spoke in a small voice. Auntie, please be careful. Fridays here are different. Ngozi looked at her with a surprise. Most saloon girls loved the fame. This one was scared. Ngozi whispered back, do you notice people who don't post again after Friday? Tolu nodded. They exchanged number quickly behind her steamer. They made a plan. Ngozi would pretend to leave but circle back. Tolu would keep the back door unlocked when she took out trash. If anything happens, Ngozi said, we run. No stubbornness. Tolu agreed, though her legs felt like plantain. The saloon music got louder. The ring light got brighter, and the green wig on Ngozi's head felt too smooth, like a snake that just ate. While they planned, Mama Kemi sat in her office, touching a small green comb, the same comb from years ago. She remembered the night by the lagoon, the voice from the water, and the promise she made. At first, the business grew like magic. Customers came from Lekki, Ikeja, even Ibadan. Celebrities posted selfie. Money flowed, but the spirit did not forget. One soul each week, it whispered. The green wig was the cages. The perfume covered the fear. The smiles covered the silence. She tried to stop once. She begged the water. Please, let me pay with money. I will give charity. I will build a school. The voice laughed like a cold river. Fame for souls. That was the agreement. Since then, every Friday, the saloon closed early. A car would arrive. One customer would go home with her new life, but the road would bend like a snake, and the soul would slip into a wig on a shelf by dawn. If anyone asked, where is she? The city would answer, she moved. Lagos moved fast. People forget. At exactly 8:45 p.m., Tolu carried a black trash bag to the backside of the salon and left the door open a little. The backside smelled of wet dust and old smoke. She looked left, right, then slipped back inside. Ngozi walked past the front like she was leaving, then returned through the back with soft step. Her brooch camera blinked once. They crossed near the laundry room, watching the corridor to the store where the green wigs slept. At 9 p.m., a man in a dark suit arrived. He did not greet anyone. He went straight to Mama Kemi's office. The music in the salon lowered like it was afraid. The ring light went off for a second. Someone joked, but the generator kept the room alive. Tolu and Ngozi moved slowly, like cats. They reached the store door and heard whispering, not human, not loud. It sounded like many small voices saying the same word. Stay. They pushed the door gently. Inside, the green wigs hung in a neat row, shiny and perfect. But the air was heavy. It felt like a church and a hospital at the same time. Ngozi rushed her phone. The brooch camera still on. On a small table sat a bowl of water with green lights inside. By the bowl lay the tiny comb. The wigs were not just hair. They looked like heads without faces, waiting. A door at the back opened. Mama Kemi entered with the man in the suit. He carried a small black box. Tonight, Mama Kemi whispered, we settle. She touched the bowl, and the green light rose like steam. The wigs signed. Ngozi's hand shook, and her phone slipped. It hit the floor with a soft tap. The room went silent. Then Mama Kemi turned. Her eyes met theirs. For one long second, no one moved. Then the man in the suit shouted, who is there? Run! Tolu grabbed Ngozi's arm and they both run. The man chased them through the corridor. A dryer fell. A customer screamed. One stylist fainted into a pail of rollers. The music switched to a fast TikTok sound by mistake, making everything feel like a dance. Stop them! The man shouted. But Tolu knew the rooms. She pulled Ngozi through the washing area, past the mirror wall, and back into the wig store, slamming the door behind them. They pushed a cabinet against the door. The wig rustled like leaves in Hamatan wind. Ngozi pointed at the bowl. That water is doing something, she said. Tolu grabbed the towel and threw it over the bowl. The green light dimmed. The wigs trembled. Someone rummed the door. Open this door now. Mama Kemi's voice was not sweet anymore. It was deep and old. The AC turned ice cold. The perfume smell became sharp, and under it, that same fear. Ngozi remembered something her grandmother once told her. Spirit lives in rule. If you find the rule, you find the door. She looks at the tiny green comb and the bowl. The pact is tied to water and reflection, she said. The wigs trapped the soul through the mirror and the wet hair. Tolu nodded fast. So we need to break the mirror or dry the water or both. They scanned the room. A big vanity mirror stood opposite the wig roll, and a salon dryer sat in the corner like a small spaceship. Heat dries, Ngozi said. Tolu dragged the dryer to the bowl and turned it to the highest level. Hot air blew. The green steam fought back, swelling and hissing. Cracks began to crawl across the mirror, thin at first, then wider. Outside the door, feet scrapped. The cabinet shook. One more minute, Tolu begged. The wig started to whisper louder, but the words changed. Home, they said. Home. The doors burst open. Mama Kemi entered, eyes bright like lagoon water at night. The man in the suit followed, holding the black balls. Enough, she said. Pull down the dryer. Tolu stood between them and the bowl. Ngozi lifted the tiny comb like a knife. No more souls, she said. The green light rose high, spelling shapes in the air for a heartbeat. Faces appeared. Amaka, a student with freckles, an old woman with gentle eyes. They were all watching. Ngozi threw the comb into the bowl. Tolu yacked the dryer even closer. The mirror shouted. Yes, it shouted as it split down the middle. The wigs lifted like they were breathing for the first time. A wind rushed through the room, smelling of rain after harmattan. The black balls fell and popped open. Inside, a single wet wig shook like a trapped fish, then went still. The green light snapped like a broken wire. The AC went quiet in the sudden silence. They heard Lagos traffic outside, normal and loud as if the city had been waiting. Police came, neighbors came, the saloon girls cried. News spread fast, faster than TikTok. Ngozi wrote her story with proof from the hidden camera. The video showed the bowl, the comb, the mirror breaking, the faces calling home. People shared it with shock and prayers. God abeg, wetin be dis? Chai, Lagos. Mama Kemi was arrested, her eyes finally soft and tired. She kept whispering, I only wanted help, as they lead her away. The Green Week closed for a month. When it reopened, it had a new name, the Honest Salon. No more green wigs, no more Friday secrets. Tolu became the manager. She trained the girls, paid them well, and did the tutorials: how to wash hair, how to care for edges, how to love your real face. Their TikTok page still blew up, but now for the right reason. They danced, they laughed, they taught. Sometimes a woman would walk in, touch a normal wig, and breathe deep, like she just woke up from a long dream. Tolu would smile and say, You are safe here, auntie. And somewhere in Lagos, the lagoon was quiet again. Moral lessons of the story. It's not all that is trending that is right spiritually. Some persons can sell their soul through buying or engaging on some things that are trending, especially on social media. You can easily sell your soul by joining some types of trends. Sometimes there are ways that seem right in the sight of men because they looked beautiful, but at the end is destruction thereof. Thank you for watching. To my returning subscribers, thank you. And to you coming across this channel for the very first time, hi and welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like and share this video. Click on subscribe button and also on the notification bell so you always get notified anytime I post a new one here. Thank you for watching African Folktale by Chinelu.